Hey, good afternoon. It's Bob from Trade Genius. It's the 27th of September, and I want to go through some of the trades that we put on today and talk a little bit about the market. And first of all, I'm going to talk about a trade I put on today. It was around 34.20 when I put it on, but there's a number of things with dust that I like. In fact, one of my favorite trades that I like to do is to short leveraged ETFs with puts. And with dust, whenever you get a move, this is one of my signals that I look at is once this trend has gone for 5 days, it usually fails. Doesn't mean that dust is going to go down forever, but it sets you up for a nice quick profit. And right now, going into tomorrow is day 5. I have an overbought situation here. This has been a pretty big move up already. It's getting into a lot of congestion here with volume and regression lines, and I'm looking for slippage and a little bit of a bump in the metals and miners to give me a profit. Now, what I'm going to do is I bought puts out 2 weeks. Is that if I don't see any motion on this by close business Friday, I'll close it, and then I'll wait for next week to see if the trade sets up again. But anyway, just something to keep an eye on. But we already put the trade on, and my goal here is to get a double off the trade. So I'm in for $1.20. I have the 30s, and I'm looking for a quick move down to take profit and get out. Going on to volatility is, I think the market had probably a bit of a sigh of relief because, Hillary didn't die on stage or collapse on stage, and it pushed volatility right back down to this floor here. But this looks like a pretty strong area of support. And I know there's contango, I know there's this, and I know there's that, but there's somebody buying here, and so just something to keep an eye on. We're going into this week is supposed to be a pretty bearish week. We'll see if today was just a kind of bit of a shooting star here as a relief rally for the debate yesterday, and the next 3 weeks aren't exactly very, very strong weeks. So we'll see where this goes, but we're long VXX, and we're holding, and we're a little underwater on it. But my expectation is when this won't be just a little minor move. Either I'm going to lose on the trade completely, or I'm going to be vindicated on the trade. I don't think it's going to be a move like here, the August move. I think we're going to get an October move to push this thing higher. So just FYI on that. And look at SPY. XIV was up 10%. SPY should have been up 2.5% today, and it barely made a 0.5%. And so I think they really pushed hard to get the market moving, and for good reason, because here's the pre-Yellen area, and so if they couldn't hold this line here and this thing rolls over, then she shot her load on not raising rates, and she's not going to get any credit for it. And that's, in my view, pretty bearish. And speaking of bearish, take a look at oil. Oil was down 3.5% today. It's grinding down. So I know there's a big OPEC meeting. I know there's people talking about, here's the inverted head and shoulders, right? Well, in my view, I think they kind of failed a little bit today. So oil has a lot to do to regain, my confidence that it's going to go up higher, and I think it has room to test lower. And we're moving out of the oil window right now. This really is the week. Next week, after that, it rolls over for a good 6 to 8 weeks. So they better hope maybe that hurricane comes into the Gulf. But after that, I think people are pretty safe putting oil on the short side. But to the converse is take a look at natural gas, and look at natural gas is it's making higher lows, and now I'm going to see if it makes another higher high. And so all we need now is just one good bitter cold winter forecast or some good bitter cold weather. But October, November are the months that natural gas shines, and we're talking like 10% move in the seasonal charts. So this would move Boyle, quite a bit, 30% move. $15. We're looking at $20 stock. So I accumulated some Boyle positions here, and I still have a second buy I'm waiting to put in because it is kind of choppy, and it did have already a pretty good move here already. So if it gets down to this yellow line here for me in the low 15s, I'm going to add my final position to it and look for a run. If it just runs on me, then it's running on me with half a position. Looking at gold, gold was down today, but sitting right on its moving VWAP, and it's consolidating, and that double bottom's still intact, but it's kind of dead money right now till we get another buy signal that's going to move the market. And what was encouraging though is I think we got another higher low on the ags. Well, it looks probably more like a double bottom here, but it's a good trade right now, and we're going into the season where I think all the lows are in for the grains, and I think it'd be a good trade for everybody. And one I added to today with some options is coffee, and it bounced yesterday. I got a buy signal this morning, and it held on, and so now I'm looking to see if I can get this thing over the high here of I think it's mid 23s. So a little choppy here. So around 23.50. If it breaks over that, then this is going to continue on its move, and like I said, I'm looking for coffee over 30 here. I totally missed the sugar trade, and it's going, and sugar and coffee and cocoa are all moving higher now, and that's to be expected. They like to move together in a lot of cases, and so showing that there's turmoil in the tropics in terms of growing product. And I think Brazil is having issues, and so the other area is obviously West Africa, and they're having drought issues. So they're having, one's having cold, one's having drought, but either way, it's causing some heartache in the softs, and I'm taking advantage of it. Hopefully, we'll just keep driving this thing higher. But I get a sell signal, we'll hop off again, like we did last week, and buy again. So anyways, Bob from Trade Genius. Looking at tomorrow, I guess people are waiting for OPEC to make a decision. I think whatever bounce we get in oil coming from that meeting is the short. And I think the market will follow oil. And I think the elections are going to cause a lot of turmoil for the next 6 to 8 weeks in the market. Anyways, Bob from Trade Genius. Hope you guys have a great day. I will catch you.